When Zachary Wagers found himself at a crossroads in his career, he received an unexpected phone call that would change his life. That call came from Bob Bruder, a representative from CoolVu, the window film company of which Zach is now a franchise owner and operator. He said, "Hey, we want to start another franchise. Would you be interested?" Zach said. At first, Zach wasn't convinced. The financial investment seemed daunting and the timing wasn't ideal. But Bob, who Zach first met when he was working for an automotive upfitting company, didn't give up. He kept calling Zach until he was ready. "It was kind of an emotional day for me," Zach said, talking about the day he decided to start CoolVu of Topeka. "I talked with my wife and said, I need to figure out what to do and take care of our family. After thinking it through, Zach took the plunge. Bob's persistence was one of the reasons why. Bob is a great guy," Zach said. "He could sell a leaf to a tree, but he's not just a salesperson. He wants the best for everybody." CoolVu's hot business. Once Zach decided to open a CoolVu franchise in Topeka, things moved fast. He attended training in Marietta, Georgia, to learn everything he needed to know about solar film, security film, decorative film, and polycarbonate, also known as bullet-resistant, glass. But once he returned home, he realized it could be challenging to open the business in the middle of winter. "I was excited but nervous. We worried about how we would start the company when it's cold outside," Zach said, explaining how most people associate window film with heat reduction. In the end, he figured it out. Zach saw that by highlighting everything else that makes window film great, he could market the product during any season. "During the wintertime, the sun is down lower and you're going to have glare on your computer or TV screens," he said. "That helped us the following winter because people started to realize our product reduces glare, which is uncomfortable." Zach says he appreciates how CoolVu's corporate office collaborates with franchise owners. The franchises are less like an independent business and more like a network of teams that support each other. That means Zach occasionally travels out of state to lend a helping hand to other franchises on large-scale jobs. Just weeks after he completed his training, the company sent him to California. "I got shipped there for 28 days to do a big skyscraper job," he said. He was home for 2 weeks before the company dispatched him once again, this time to work on a Johns Hopkins facility in New Hampshire. "One of the best parts of collaborating with other CoolVu franchise owners," Zach says, "is that it feels like a family. Having a team is important to me," he said. "I come from a military and firefighting background, where your core group becomes a family you can rely on. It also makes business ownership feel less isolating," Wager adds. "I feel like a lot of people don't realize how lonely and exhausting it can be for one person to go into business," Zach said. "Knowing that we have support from corporate and other franchise owners helps a lot, because I know I've got the team behind me." Another benefit? He feels confident tackling projects of any scale. "We can do it," he said. "We've got the skills and we have the equipment to make it happen." When persistence pays off. Zach has had his fair share of business challenges, from seasonal demand shifts to educating customers about his products. But one hurdle has been a little more personal. Zach served in the Navy as a corpsman stationed with the Marines, and his military service left him struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. "I was a social butterfly in college," Zach said. "I now struggle with PTSD from being overseas with the military, so there are days when I don't want to go out and I'm overwhelmed by running the business," he said. On difficult days, Zach reminds himself of his responsibilities and the quality of his services. "There are good days and there are bad days," he said. "It's really about reminding myself, this is a great business. I tell myself, people need the product. You're doing awesome. Just go out there and talk to them." Having the support of his family makes a difference. Zach and his wife Lindsay have 6 children, 5 boys and a girl, ranging in age from 4 to 15. The children often accompany their father on job sites. "They love taking off the window film," Zach said. "You have to trust that if you teach them how to do it, they'll do it right. They get locked in and end up taking off more film than some adults can." Zach sees the business as a family legacy, but doesn't want to pressure his kids to take it over. "It's always been me and my wife's dream to include our kids," Zach said. If you look at bigger companies, it's because the families stayed together and kept their kids involved. If my kids want to be a part of it, great. If they don't, that's fine too. I'm hoping out of the 6 kids, somebody will want to take over when I get too old to do this anymore. Protecting what matters most. CoolVu of Topeka's products fall into 3 categories: solar film, which reduces heat and glare while providing privacy; security film, which delays entry into buildings during emergencies; and decorative film, which is best for privacy and interior design elements. Zach spends a lot of time educating customers about the differences, something many people don't understand until they experience it. For residential customers, temperature control and energy savings are the main benefits. What we put solar film on a home, we're seeing a 7 to 12 degree difference in heat reduction, Zach said, adding that it's even more noticeable in homes with multiple treated windows. If they treat 10 or more windows, people really see the difference in their electrical bill. Window film also offers protection from ultraviolet rays, which many homeowners don't consider until it's too late. My sister-in-law has this really big L-shaped sectional couch and giant windows, Zach said. All the sunlight and UV rays were hitting the couch and fading the color of the fabric. It's like, man, I wish we would have started this 2 or 3 years ago and my couch would have been saved. Within 5 to 10 years, Zach hopes to expand the CoolVu team. He also wants to develop the commercial graphics side of the business. We definitely see a need there, he said. Zach has learned a lot during his first 3 years in business and has thoughtful advice for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur. Be patient and really look at the business you want to get into from every angle, he said, explaining that it's important to focus on research and planning before sharing your business ideas with too many people. The one thing I've learned is that you, as a person, have been given a dream, but other people may not see it that way, Zach said. Sometimes it's better to keep that closer to your heart. He believes in encouraging, not crushing, other people's business dreams. This became clear to him during a recent conversation with his son, who wants to start his own brand. Instead of discouraging him, Zach was constructive. Find those people who will challenge you and ask you questions, but not in a way that stifles your dreams, he said. Because your crazy, wild idea may not work for somebody else, but it can work for you.